What's going on, dudes? It's your boy and the arts. I'm back with another video. I haven't made a video in a long time, so I was thinking about what to say. What kind of content should I make? I wasn't quite sure. So I really thought about all the courses I've taken, and because I've taken a lot of Colosso courses, right? The courses from Colosso. Colosso is basically a Korean-owned type of online art school, or they sell art courses, everything related to creativity: drawing, painting, animation, graphic design, anything that has to do with the animation industry, character design. I wish they had more landscape, background environment design, but they don't. I don't know why. Anyways, so Colosso is actually, they have a lot of good courses there. But one of the things that I've noticed about taking a lot of art courses, because I have taken a lot of art courses, and I have to say, that despite of Colosso being a really good place to learn, there are also a lot of bad teachers in Colosso. Now, hear me out, because I know people are gonna start throwing tomatoes and lettuce on me on stage. Hear me out. Look, many artists, because I've if you watch my YouTube channel, I've taken courses from Mogun on Colosso, from what's his name, Sungmoo Hyo. Yeah, Mogun, Sungmoo Hyo, Gatan, Alice Vu. I think she's Korean. I'm not sure. Alice Vu. I've taken courses from, a number of courses from Colosso, and a lot of art teachers, or a lot of artists, don't make good teachers. Okay, and I don't think that they do this intentionally. I don't think that they realize it. I don't think that they just don't realize that they're bad teachers. And it's not that they are like, it's that they don't know how to teach art. I think that's the better way of saying it, because people are so focused on becoming a good artist, right, that you're not really focused on how to teach people what you just learned. See, it's one thing to learn something and then knowing how to teach it, right? I see a lot of people on YouTube just kind of giving like random tutorials, right? Just random tutorials, just basically showing you, hey, this is how I do it, and here's how you should do it too. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Hey, if you have like some cool tricks on like how to create some effects or how to draw something, if you figure out some cool tricks, maybe you have a unique way of drawing something, that's actually, that's cool. But most artists don't know how to teach art. So I don't want to say any names, because I don't want to be disrespectful, because I do like a lot of these artists. I like Gatan in Colosso. I do like a lot of these artists. But there are some artists that, despite of how amazing their art is, I would not recommend taking an art class from them. And I'm not saying that to insult them. It's just that when it comes to art, you just wouldn't recommend them. It's kind of like, it's like that friend, that friend where like you absolutely love that person, but you would not recommend them for a certain job. As bad as that sounds, you wouldn't recommend them for the job, for a certain job, right? And that's just how it is, right? And art is very complicated. It's not like the easiest thing, because in order for somebody to learn something, you have to teach them step by step. And when I took certain courses, a lot of artists didn't do that. Now, what I will say, when you take an art course from many artists, what artists are really good at teaching at is anatomy. I don't know why, but artists are good at teaching anatomy, like how to draw the head, how to draw the hand, how to draw the arm, legs, pelvic, bone structure, right? But when it comes to like coloring, when it comes to like shadowing, lighting, they don't do such a good job at explaining, and it took me a long time to really understand that. The only artist on Colosso that I've seen that's good at explaining color, light, and shadow is Gatan. which I recommend you go and take that course. I'm thinking of buying it again just to improve my skills. Right, Gatan. Everybody else is just like, I take a coloring course and it's like, dude, like I was not expecting this, right? Or the art style, or the artist has a certain art style that just it doesn't match. Like, let's say if you're into comic books and you want to learn to color the comic book way, you're good. The best way to do it is to learn, like cell shading. But then you might take a Colosso course thinking that they're going to teach you what you need to know, and you end up learning how to do like acrylic painting. That's happened to me multiple times, and I hate that because I just spend money on this artist, and I'm thinking that they're going to teach me how to color the way I want to color, and they teach you how to color the way that they do. And another thing is, let's say if you buy a course from an artist that's really good at coloring, that artist probably doesn't like line art. I've seen this so many times. The artists that are really good at coloring, they hate line art. Like Sam does art. Sam does art. He doesn't use line art. That's very strange to me. And me coming from a comic book manga background, I need to use line art. Otherwise, I get lost. I don't know where I'm coloring. Like, I don't know how to create the figure with just colors. I need to draw the human figure first before I start coloring, throwing color and shadows on it. I don't know how these artists do it, right? There's so many different types of artists that you buy the wrong course, you wasted your money. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about that, but that's been my experience. I'm sure that's been your experience too, where you're really like an artist, you think, okay, I'm going to learn from them. But then what ends up happening is that you're like, dude, I was not expecting this. Quick pause. One artist that I do recommend, is Riven Phoenix. You can go to Udemy. Riven Phoenix anatomy course. Riven spelled Riven, Phoenix like the bird Phoenix. Go to Udemy. He has the best anatomy course I have ever seen in my life. The guy literally explains everything from bones, every bone in the body, to muscle. You literally learn how to draw the human body from Riven Phoenix. That's the best anatomy course out there. I guarantee it. You won't regret it. But anyways, back to our topic. Really, the best way to learn art really is through trial and error. And the quickest way to learn art is really to understand the fundamentals. Go back to your fundamentals, your anatomy. Understanding anatomy. Shapes. Turning shapes into forms, right? Shadow and lighting. Right, just going back to your, to your fundamentals. Really take your pencil and start just drawing shapes, all kinds of shapes, because that's gonna help you determine. That's gonna help you This gonna help you draw out, many things, right? Just drawing different types of shapes, and also coloring those shapes, throwing shadow on those shapes and light. Right, it helps you understand. So I think if most artists just go back to the fundamentals, really, or find an artist that will teach you the fundamentals, and then you can take it from there, right? Then you can create your own art style, because every artist is just different. Some artists hate line art, which I find very weird. Other artists love line art, like me. You really have to decide what kind of artist you want to be. Find an artist that you really want to be like, and then learn from them. But then you're gonna run into, you might take one of their courses and run into the problem where oh, I kind of don't like some of his workflow, but whatever, I'll work with it, right? Eventually you're gonna create your own workflow, your own way of working, your own art style, and so you need to learn, but you still need to learn the fundamentals from somebody. If it's not an art school, it's from some online course. So anatomy, form, shapes, shadow, and lighting. So if you get that right, then you're not gonna need to buy a lot of courses on the internet, right? And these fundamentals apply to pretty much everything. Comic books, fine art, painting, digital art, whatever. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But hey, whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Tell me, have you taken a bad art course out there? on the internet, on Colosso, wherever, or Udemy. Let me know, comment below. I'll see you next time. It's your boy, Andy Art. Godspeed, baby.